If you were planning to buy the new Nintendo Switch 2 this year, it's going to cost you $50 more than anyone expected. Sony quietly bumped up the PlayStation 5 by up to $150, and Meta added another $100 to their Quest VR headsets. Apple took a different route to force the price up. They completely discontinued their entry-level $599 Mac Mini, making the baseline model $200 more expensive for everyday users. Historically, consumer electronics follow a strict rule. As manufacturing scales, hardware gets cheaper over time. We are currently seeing the exact opposite. You and I are paying a hidden tariff. The massive, insatiable demand to build artificial intelligence data centers is quietly strip mining the traditional tech industry. Every one of those missing consumer components is being rerouted into massive, resource-hungry server racks. Look at this graph tracking memory chip costs. In the first quarter of 2026, the price doubled. Semiconductor companies see these numbers and make a simple choice. Selling directly to AI infrastructure yields massive profit margins, leaving consumer products starved for parts. Top executives at SK Hynix and Samsung have warned their investors that this production shortage is locked in. They don't expect supply to meet demand until at least 2030. Artificial intelligence has become an apex predator in the global supply chain, actively draining other technology sectors to feed its own growth. The sheer scale of that AI wealth is fracturing the labor foundation that builds it. 50,000 Samsung factory workers threatened an 18-day strike, demanding a fair share of the massive profits their competitors at SK Hynix are seeing. Access to this advanced hardware now dictates international trade leverage and national security. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang scrambled at the last minute to join President Trump's diplomatic flight to Beijing. He's desperate to secure access to China's $50 billion AI chip market, despite strict U.S. export restrictions. This financial gravity is pulling corporate tech leaders to the center of international political conflicts and causing severe labor unrest back home. The strain extends beyond the physical supply chain. Global IT infrastructure is buckling under a massive new digital burden. Tech giants recently gained access to an Anthropic AI tool called Project Glasswing. It rapidly audits software code and unearths zero-day vulnerabilities at a speed human engineers simply cannot match. This threat intelligence dashboard highlights the fallout. Microsoft had to patch 118 flaws in a single day, including CVE 2026-41089, a severity 9.8 bug that grants attackers remote system privileges without any user interaction. The endless flood of AI-discovered bugs is breaking traditional IT schedules. Oracle pushed over 450 fixes, and Google accelerated Chrome's patches to survive the sheer volume. AI is technically making code more secure, but the sheer velocity of these discoveries acts as an operational tax, exhausting the human network administrators who have to manually deploy the patches. Yet, for all the trillions invested in server farms and high-stakes diplomacy, this advanced software critically fails when forced to navigate the chaotic physical world. Waymo recently had to issue a recall for nearly 4,000 of its robotaxis after its vehicles stalled in traffic or drove directly into flooded Texas roadways. The car sensors successfully detected the standing water, but the AI lacked the contextual reasoning to stop and reroute, forcing Waymo to deploy an emergency over-the-air software patch. Limitless computational potential inside a climate-controlled data center does not seamlessly translate to the unpredictable, messy variables of a rainy street. Until worldwide supply chains, labor agreements, and security protocols evolve to support this massive technological gravity, the entire system will remain fractured. Global semiconductor production capacity is physically constrained. It will take until the end of the decade before manufacturing normalizes enough to alleviate consumer prices. The era of reliably cheap consumer tech has ended.